A lot of cleanup and repair to do at a southern Kentucky marina after strong storms blew through yesterday.
Laurel County deputies say thieves were caught on tape stealing a coin-operated machine outside of a Laurel County store.
An Eastern Kentucky airline is about to be grounded. Why Appalachian Air is ending its service in Pike County. Coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good afternoon to you. Summertime means big money for boating businesses, but this summer a southern Kentucky marina will have to spend some big bucks.
Strong winds damaged the Alligator 2 Marina in Russell County yesterday. We're told there's about $700,000 to $800,000 worth of damage. As Phil Pendleton shows us, repairs will take place as they prepare for the peak tourist season. It's our top story at 5:30.
For those in the boating business, summer is the one time of the year to make your money.
Yes, it is very heartbreaking, especially our busiest time of the year here coming up.
July 4th has every rental booked at the Alligator 2 Marina in Russell County.
Here where I'm going to be crippled up.
That's what James Flatt thought as he surveyed the damage brought on by Monday afternoon's straight line winds.
It broke stainless steel cables as big as your thumb. Just jerked them to like a grass string, jerked winches off the dock.
No one was hurt when the rain started coming down in buckets and the winds began howling.
And it threw a few people out of their seats in here, and I had people crying and carrying on.
At least 4 to 5 boats were damaged, and the dock that leads out of the store to the remaining slips is now blocked.
All of our people that has reservations, we can still accommodate them. The only inconvenience will be they'll be water taxied instead of walking.
Minor repairs are already being made, but it could be weeks or even months before all the damage is fixed.
We'll still be open operating. Our books are full.
In Russell County,
But it's going to be a chore.
Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The manager of Alligator 2 wants people to know the marina will still have all of its services this summer. Water taxis may have to help people get around the damaged areas.
The heat and humidity are coming back to the bluegrass.
And so are storms. A few have popped up across the area. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking them on the First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yeah, ladies, you can really pick out on the temperature map who's getting in on at least some nearby showers and storms and who's seeing mainly sunshiny skies. To the south of Lexington, some upper 70s are showing up, and that's the greatest concentration of clouds and those scattered showers and storms. 77 Danville, 79 into Richmond, 81 Lexington, 81 showing up into Somerset as well. Live First Alert Defender talked about this last night at 11 o'clock, and here we go with a little scattering of some boomers that are trying to go up. Now, these aren't the biggest storms in the world by any stretch of the imagination. Nothing severe coming from the skies, but some heavy downpours. That favored corridor has been right on top of Mercer County for the past couple of hours. Harrodsburg, heavy rain is back in town yet again, right along 127. That'll continue toward the southeast as we go into northern parts of the Lancaster area there into Garrett County. We jump over Madison County, where we've just got a couple of spotty sprinkles out there, and get over into Powell County. How about this? Some heavy downpours along the Mountain Parkway, Clay City, Stanton, and points toward the south. Weather headlines as we roll ahead. We've got steam that is on the way. Temperatures, well, we'll take a little walk on the tropical side of the thermometer, and that means storms will be increasing. We'll track an increase in storms that may show up sooner rather than later on the hour-by-hour forecast in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Before yesterday's storms rolled through Kentucky, they caused some flooding trouble in Tennessee. Several drivers in Nashville were stranded when their vehicles stalled in the rising water. Here in Kentucky, there have not been any reports of severe flooding.
Police are searching for 2 men tonight accused of stealing a coin-operated machine from a business. Surveillance cameras at Spur Oil on West Cumberland Gap in Laurel County show 2 men pretending to work on their car while they unbolt the machine. Police say the 2 men then put the machine in their car and drive off. In this Crime Tracker report, Sam Smith takes a look at the surveillance video.
Deputies say after looking at the surveillance video, it appears the thieves had a plan going into the theft. Spur Oil off US 25 in Corbin was targeted last week. Cameras caught the thieves in the act. Deputies say 2 men were involved here. They say one was pretending to have car trouble, looking underneath the hood, and underneath the car.
The other individual was over next to the business unbolting a coin-operated machine from the store.
You can see the air machine that's used to inflate tires carried to the back of the store. The men drove to the back of the store where the machine was put into the car, and the men drove away.
I mean, that's pretty elaborate for them to go to all that trouble. You know, if a thief would put all that energy into positive things, just think of what they could do. But that's pretty elaborate for them to, they've had to think about what they were going to do before they got there.
The sheriff's office posted the surveillance images onto their Facebook page. They say they have several leads as a result.
It really helps us in law enforcement tremendously.
Now, because that machine is valued at more than $1,500, that theft is considered a felony. In Laurel County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
The thieves could face up to 5 years in prison for the theft. Richmond police are looking for a man caught on camera stealing from Lowe's twice. Police say the man stole from Lowe's on May 5th and May 14th. We're told that he stole 2 DeWalt tool combo kits, which are valued about $300 each. Police say he was seen leaving Lowe's in a red Ford F-150.
A woman charged in an escort service robbery pleads guilty. Our county by county coverage at 5:30 begins in Scott County. According to the Georgetown News Graphic, 37-year-old Aline Janelle Comstock pleaded guilty to second-degree robbery. The charge stems from a scheme to lure men to Georgetown for sex and then rob them. Georgetown police say Comstock used an online classified ad service to lure a man to Indian Hills Shopping Center in November 2013. Comstock will be sentenced on August 3rd. In Bullitt County, a sleepy driver may be to blame for a deadly crash on Interstate 65. The crash happened around 2 this morning near mile marker 120. Police say a woman in her mid-50s was rear-ended by another driver who fell asleep at the wheel. The woman's vehicle went off the road and hit a rock wall. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Her name has not been released. We're told charges are not expected to be filed against the other driver. In Madison County, a woman faces charges after police say she put a 2-year-old child in danger. Berea police say they were called to Highway 1016 last week because an intoxicated woman was trying to cross the street. When police got there, they say the woman, 55-year-old Joyce Wood of Corbin, was carrying a 2-year-old and she smelled like alcohol. She was arrested and charged with alcohol intoxication and wanton endangerment. When officers contacted the child's father, they say he had an active arrest warrant. They also arrested him and charged him with possession of a controlled substance.
Louisville is set to become Kentucky's first city to offer a needle exchange program to combat heroin addiction. Health officials say needle exchanges will begin Wednesday in a trailer parked outside the city's public health and wellness headquarters. The goal is to prevent the spread of HIV and hepatitis C and steer drug users into treatment. Health officials say it's less expensive to prevent the spread of the disease than treat infected patients. The department's interim director also says this program is a way to connect them to the healthcare system.
We're not going to be pushing rehab or anything, but we're going to be seeing them weekly, and so building that relationship so when they are ready, we'll be able to connect them to treatment.
The needle exchange is part of the Kentucky's sweeping anti-heroin law. It allows local governments to set up needle exchanges. Lexington health officials are working on a proposal to present to the Lexington-Fayette Urban County government.
An airline providing service to Pike County has been grounded. Today, Appalachian Air announced it will stop flying to the Pikeville Airport next month. The final date of service has not been announced. Appalachian Air started service between Pikeville and Nashville International Airport last October. Airline officials say the weak economy coupled with weak demand made it difficult to fill seats. Passengers who've booked flights on Appalachian Air for July or later will be contacted directly by Public Charters Incorporated concerning their tickets.
In 142 days, tens of thousands of horse racing fans will descend on Lexington for the Breeders' Cup race. It will be the first time in the 31-year history it'll be run in Lexington. So today's good question, we're asking, what is the Breeders' Cup? Well, the Breeders' Cup will take place at Keeneland the weekend of October 30th and 31st. Just yesterday, we told you about a week-long festival for all the fans. But for some, the Breeders' Cup is something new to experience. The Breeders' Cup is considered the richest 2 days in sports, with $26 million paid out over the weekend. The Breeders' Cup is an annual series of Grade 1 thoroughbred races. Now, horses can qualify 3 different ways: by winning a Breeders' Cup Challenge race, through points based on performance, or by selection of a panel of experts. Now, coming up tonight at 6, how you can get in on all the action and be a volunteer for this exciting weekend coming to Lexington this fall. And remember, if you have a good question for us, you can submit it. All you have to do is go to WKYT.com.
Follow WKYT online at WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Triple Crown winner American Pharoah continues to get the royal treatment.
The Kentucky Derby Museum is working quickly to add new exhibits to honor the first horse to win the Triple Crown in 37 years. New at 5:30, Colin Mayfield gets a sneak peek at what's to come to honor American Pharoah.
Everything that we do is kind of going to be centered around the Triple Crown.
The Triple Crown champ, American Pharoah, is being celebrated at the Kentucky Derby Museum. The excitement for the first Triple Crown winner in 37 years is drawing fans like David Green and his family from Iowa.
We watched, Secretariat movie, and and of course the kids get excited about that. And we pulled in today, and they were all excited, jumping up and down. And they want to, they want to be here. They want to see it.
The Kentucky Derby Museum has already updated displays and marked off areas for new exhibits. President of the museum, Lim Ashton, says they knew after the Derby and Preakness that American Pharoah is a special horse and they needed to prepare.
In just a few hours, he's going to be put on to the Triple Crown section of that exhibit. So when you call up the Triple Crown winners, American Pharoah will be there. We have a section called the trees internally, and those are Triple Crown winners and the stories. We've already been in contact with the exhibit fabricator.
Along with the Derby Museum, fans are trying to get a look at the horse himself. People waited to greet American Pharoah after he landed back in Louisville Sunday.
We're down here, and then they said American Pharoah's landing at the airport yesterday, and the police escort, and they were like, "Oh, let's go up to Churchill Downs. Let's try to see if we can, see the horse."
That was Colin Mayfield reporting. In celebration of American Pharoah and the Triple Crown, fans can sign cards of well wishes for jockey Victor Espinoza, trainer Bob Baffert, and owner Ahmed Zayat from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon tomorrow at the Kentucky Derby Museum. The new American Pharoah exhibit will open in mid-September. Fans will be able to see American Pharoah Saturday night. He'll be paraded at Churchill Downs during the night racing card.
Kentucky's summer meal program gets a boost. The program provides meals to low-income children when school is not in session. Today, Governor Steve Beshear and First Lady Jane Beshear announced $40,000 in funding to the Kentucky Association of Food Banks. The governor's office is using $20,000 from the state planning fund to match a $20,000 grant from Share Our Strength. Last summer in Kentucky, for every 100 children who ate school lunches during the regular school year, about 8 low-income children ate summer meals.